Can we? Oh,
Hi, Erin. Thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience, not only with myself, but with other firm owners that might be considering enrolling in our 8-week sales mastery course. So I'd love it if you could share where you're at in the country and what does your firm specialize in and how long you've had it.
okay. Um, I am in Colorado and we work with construction clients as well as just personal service companies. And I have been in the industry for about 21 years, in my current firm for two. But yeah, always working with the same type of client. So it's been a really good transition.
Awesome. And what was the biggest problem and challenge that you had before meeting us, where you said something's got to change? What were the biggest challenges around your sales issues in your firm?
We'd built up, 21 years. So we'd built up 21 years of kind of problems and typical stuff that happens in the accounting or CPA industry is just taking on your favorite people, all your favorite clients that potentially aren't a good fit for you anymore. So we found that we just had too many clients that just really did not jive with what we were trying to do during tax season. We, had lopsided years, and so we that was our biggest struggle was like how to best serve everyone,
Yeah.
give them a loving goodbye, things like that.
Yeah. And I'd love it if you could share, Erin, what was the moment you decided to do something about it? Like you reached out to us for help. Maybe you were evaluating coaching programs and you're like, okay, I got to do something. Like enough is enough. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've had this firm for 2 years. It's the same problems over and over again. What was that moment or situation or thing that just kind of put you over the edge to say, we got to make a change?
We spent all last tax season with a new book of clients for a interesting reason that became our clients. We spent the entire year trying to service them. And so it was a bunch of brand new relationships. It wasn't all of our comfy people that we knew and loved. It was these brand new relationships, and it was so much work. And my business partner is incredibly involved in LinkedIn and came across you and your podcast. And so he brought that up and was like, we got to listen to this, person and hear what her message is. And then he found out that you had a coaching program. And so we were like, so we really weren't looking at other programs. We knew we needed to have a change. And what you were saying just resonated with us.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah. And we've been really trying to do more on LinkedIn. And I'm so happy that your business partner found us there because that's how we connected.
Right.
And I know that maybe you weren't evaluating coaching programs, but you said, I think you acquired a book of business, right? And that was the
We
big
did.
struggle. And I think a lot of firm owners, Erin, deal with the exact same thing where they acquire a firm to grow and then you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck did we just do and how do I fix all this stuff where they're too low priced, they have bad habits and all of that. So I'd love it if you can share what was your experience like over the last 8 weeks with us.
My experience just getting ready for tax season, doing other things outside of it, as far as it directly relates to the program, I liked the fact that I could still be a part of things. I was still needing to manage my business. I still have all of these things going on, but it kind of made it foolproof. Like we were able to just go through the program. It was like, okay, what's our next step? What's the next thing that we need to meet about and tackle? And so walking through the 8 weeks and the fact that each of the weeks built on each other. And so we were able to use, oh gosh, that's why that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or, why we did that little piece. And then it would build on it the next week. And so it made it not so overwhelming because if you're changing your entire paradigm, like, how do you do that? How do you eat that elephant?
Yeah.
And so that was the best part. And the neat thing about it, the kind of unintended consequence, if you will, was that it made my partner and I really kind of align as well. When we were able to work, I mean, finding time is a hard thing, but when we were able to find time together, it really helped our business in an unintended way. Like we thought, oh, we're going to process through which clients we should keep and who we should be targeting. But it was kind of like, oh, we figured out even the firm we really wanted to have.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's how I've changed and
Yeah,
over
I
that
mean,
last
you guys
eight
have
weeks.
really had a lot of growth. What I'm curious about too, Erin, is before you guys even went through the program, did you, and I mean, we met on LinkedIn, you listened to the podcast, then you scheduled
Right.
a call.
Mhm.
Like, did you have any initial skepticisms or fears before you decided to enroll and say, no, we're doing this, like, no matter what? I'd love it
A
if you
hundred
could
percent.
share if
I
you
have
had any
used,
skepticism, fears, or objections.
yes, because I had worked with other programs and, I believe in my partner and he
Yeah.
really, has great ideas and has brought us a lot of good ideas from the community he's developed. But definitely, because of doing it this long, I've come across other practitioners who, really had a good idea, but they didn't have a good execution plan. And so it was like, when they're presenting, it's like, oh, look at all this like glitz and glamour. But then when it got down to actually doing it, it was like, oh, I need to be you to be able to apply this.
Oh,
And so that's where my hesitation was because I was like, okay, this is a really big investment. We're already trying to figure out the best use of our cash. Like, we have so much cash. And so the fact that I had been through other programs that kind of weren't able to be applied in my life made me hesitant.
yeah. And I'd love it if you could share what was different about working with us than the other programs you tried in the past.
The fact that you actually had an application plan. It wasn't and just here's all our templates, like go take it and like you're an accountant, you can figure it out. Or, like other training programs have, I mean, the ones that I've worked with have templates and here's a bunch of work papers and things that you can talk with clients, but like we actually went through the process live and we were sharing it in the meetings and you were like, "Wait, what about this? You need to be ready to kind of think on your feet.
Yeah.
Here's how to do it. Here's an application of being able to do that." Instead of just like we're gonna, it's not gonna be some static conversation where you're not gonna be thrown a curveball. So to
Oh yeah.
have
In a
that
sales
kind of
conversation, right? You're throwing a curveball. And
right,
yeah, and that's one of the biggest things. And I think, to Erin now with AI and other things, that's like AI
seriously.
templates can't help you in a relationship-based conversation. We
Right.
have to have you be able to think outside the box and be able to think on your feet and create this process on your own. So, like you said, the application is crucial and you applied everything,
Right.
you and your partner executed, applied, and when you do the work, this is what happens, you know?
Well, absolutely. And I love that you say that because I actually, when we did the one of the homeworks, we were to kind of come up with um, certain things.
Yeah.
And I did use AI and I had used it. And then we met in class and someone else presented their work and you walked through it with them and you're like, just look at it again. Like
Yeah.
you can do so much better than AI. So I redid the third week homework and I can't tell you how much better my answers were when I redid it.
Yeah, and I always say to people too, AI isn't going to be in your next sales meeting. Can AI
Right.
help you with like marketing or honing your ideal client and other elements? 100%. Can AI take this video and turn it into a written testimonial? 100%. I'm actually going to show you how to do that today.
Right.
But when it comes to everything through the enrollment process, how to handle an objection, we have to be able to understand it from our head. And I think that's where really you saw the difference when you do it that way.
Completely.
You know, what
It
were
was a
some of
big
your,
difference.
yeah, what were some of your big wins and celebrations that you saw in just the last 8 weeks?
I saw that I was able to, I mean, doing it as long as I have, I had kind of the way I would talk to clients, and I had really kind of gotten into that groove. Like, this is how I talk to clients. And it changed it, but it actually made me more comfortable talking to them because I was able to be like anticipate what they were going to say and I was so much more prepared. I think I've always just like flown into meetings and been like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a doctor. I can talk to them. They're the same as, it's just a doctor." But like really digging in with the questions, I asked so many better questions. I was so much more prepared. And I know it came across in the meetings that I had. I've only had a couple, but
Yeah.
they
Just
they
your
were different.
preparation and your confidence,
Yeah.
right? Like it's so
Hmm.
different. Yeah. Did you have any financial successes or wins that you want to share? No need to, but if you want to share, you can share.
I
Um,
mean, I
any,
collected a ton of AR.
yeah, how much?
I had 56,000 outstanding and I
Yes,
have all but like 6,000 of it collected now.
yes. So
Mhm.
over $50,000 of AR, that's something to celebrate.
Stuff
And
I never thought I would collect. I mean, I'm not even just saying that. Like, I never thought I would get this money. And just truly by calling someone and being like, hey, can I have the money that we agreed you would pay me? And they were like,
you
sure.
followed the structure and it works every
Hmm.
time. So now, you get your little bit and now everything else is everyone's paying in advance. So you never
Right.
will have AR ever again. So
Right.
that's awesome.
And I'm just charging more because I think I was part of like my rush was, oh, I'm going to rush through this. And, oh, because then I don't have to charge them as much. And then we did the value and worth thing. And I was like, I mean, I really do have a lot of experience and I do have something that I can give to people. So bumping up our prices a little bit and saying, no, this is who I work with. I have to do planning. I have to do your personal tax return.
Yep.
Oh, wow, this relationship just got so much richer, and I'm actually able to take the time I need to do what I need to do for you.
Yeah. So how much total additional revenue have you seen just by increasing your prices in the last 8 weeks?
I mean, I've taken on three additional clients, and on those, I've charged anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000 more per client. I think I mean, it varies because of one of them has like five entities,
Yeah.
but
But in total, that's a monthly increase of 2,500 to 5,000 for all three, correct?
it's for the year because it's just tax work.
Oh, for the year. That's great.
But I would say $20,000 more than I would have charged before on
20
three
grand on
clients'
three clients
relationships.
and
Not,
planted 50,000 of AR. You should be very proud of yourself, Erin. Oh, wow.
we
I'm
all work so hard in this industry and it's nice to actually enjoy it again because I've kind of stumbled the last couple of years just taking on more work and because I can do it, I do
yeah.
it. But now I'm just charging what I should have been charging for it.
So how do you feel now versus how you felt before 8 weeks ago?
I feel like I'm actually prepared for this tax season. And also with the letters, like the price increase letters, now I'm kind of ready for the 2026 season
Yeah.
where I just sent my engagement letters for 25 were kind of behind the eight ball. Now I'm preparing my 26 engagement letters
Yeah, and
and saying,
anything on
hey,
extension, you're ready for extension season two. You're
yeah,
ready for
yep,
anything ahead. And I think
right,
that's the biggest thing. And
right,
I'm gonna guess you feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders, or is there
huge.
any other words that you would say on how you feel now?
Just excited. Like
Okay.
I love helping clients and I'm
Yeah.
so excited now to do it. It's not, I don't look at my inbox and I'm like, oh, I have to get back to that person. It's like I'm ready for it. And so now I'm like, all right, look at this. I can chat with this person and actually have the time to do it because I'm charging what I should have been.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Erin, thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience with other firm owners that might be considering enrolling with us here at the Abundant Accountant and being in our 8 week sales mastery course. Is there any other words of wisdom that you would love to share with someone who's really serious about making these changes in their firm, or maybe they're in their beginning stages? They just started their firm and they don't want to have the problems you just shared. Is there anything that you would love to share, any words of wisdom before we wrap up for today?
I think laying the groundwork is so important. I kind of wandered into my profession being a young auditor and just, kind of having all this is our process, this is what you do. But as you really want to make your business your own, having a process and having a foundation to be able to apply it without a lot of resistance is a game changer. And so I would say that having that preparedness and having a framework to be able to be prepared is a game changer. Sorry, I keep saying that, but it really is. It was surprising.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erin, for taking out the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.